So I'm Dr. Christopher Dague, class of 2009, with my master's degree in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis on social studies education. I have spent the entirety of my professional career in the field. Graduated from the University of Akron in the early 2000s and immediately moved to North Carolina, taking a job at Jack Britt High School in Fayetteville, where I taught social studies, mostly world and European history. I also served as the head baseball coach there during that time. 2018, I took the job here at the Citadel, and I served as an assistant professor, and I just finished tenure and promotion, so now I'll start this upcoming year as an associate professor. And you know, one of the best parts of, and maybe the parts that I relish the most in my last 20 years has been my connection to Campbell. They gave me an opportunity, right? Everybody knows that to get the opportunity to get into higher ed, you might have the degree, but you need the experience. And so those experiences really kind of opened up pathways, whether it was teaching at Fort Bragg or teaching a couple graduate level social studies methods courses. It just really opened up the door to allow me to get to where I'm at now, and I've been fortunate. The story about me getting to Campbell is kind of a unique one. As a new teacher in North Carolina in the early 2000s, there wasn't a lot of money to be had in teaching, and so I worked part-time in the pro shop at the Dick's Sporting Goods on Skybow Road. A man came in and we got to talking. He's looking to buy golf clubs for his grandson, and through that conversation that lasted probably about an hour or so, he found out who he was, and we started talking about that I taught at Jack Britt, and he smiled and said, you know, Dr. Britt is one of my dearest friends. We worked together in Cumberland County Schools when he was superintendent, and now we work together at Campbell. And he said, if you're ever interested in looking at a graduate program, give me a call. Here's my business card, and you know, let's see what we can do. And so I did. I called him maybe a few weeks later, and he was so gracious, as was everybody at Campbell throughout really my entire time. But in that moment, I got a chance to talk to Dr. Britt, who was kind of this lionized figure in Cumberland County and a very well-respected figure in Campbell. And I just remember Dr. Britt looking at me and saying at the end of our conversation, he shook my hand, and that bone-crushing handshake that he had, and he said, look me straight in the face, he said, I want you to be a Campbell man. And I started 6 months later. And I think my purpose as an educator fits really well with what Campbell has promoted. My purpose is to give back. My purpose is to do for those who need the support. My purpose is to support, you know, current students and future teachers in ways that maybe they haven't experienced themselves. What I find a lot is with my pre-service teachers, you know, we can always go back to that one teacher we had, that one powerful moment that we had as students ourselves, and what I want to do is manifest that within them currently. I want their purpose to be able to give back, to instill knowledge, but I think it's more than about instilling knowledge. For me, it's about giving students the skills. That's the purpose of education, teaching them the skills to be, you know, we use the tagline of critical thinkers, right? But we need to think more broadly about being democratically minded. We need to be more engaged with the civics of our society. How do we get our students to think? It's what we need to continue to do moving forward. Receiving this award to be recognized as a distinguished alum is arguably one of the greatest accomplishments I've ever had. Campbell means so much to me, and I am a Campbell man. I feel very passionately about the institution. I stay very well in tune with the athletic side of Campbell. I stay very in tune with the academic side of Campbell. And to be recognized in a way where I am connected and tethered to those who've preceded me and who have also received this award. And in looking at those who have received this award, I have maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome with that, but being nominated is one thing for this award. Being awarded this opportunity from my fellow alum is, again, just humbling to me. Campbell has such an incredibly rich tradition. Campbell's a special place. I've been able to be a part of this institution in some small way. And so I feel like Campbell needs and deserves a recognition that it's due, and will continue to be due.